Good morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm happy to be hosting today's meeting. Here's what to expect during this morning. We're going to get a virtual tour of the new Reynoldsburg office. We're going to get a sales update from Jeff and Allie. Felicia will give an update on many of the surveys we have sent out to both our job seekers and our clients. Becky will be giving an update on some industry stats. We'll hear from our HR manager, Sean Ransom, on our diversity and inclusion initiatives. And of course, we have some celebrating to do. But before we get started, we have someone special to open the meeting today.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris DeCapua. I'm not new. I've been here a long time, 33 years. I started here when I was 10. You can find me in the corner office when I do come in. Actually, I'm probably out wandering the floor, bothering people that are trying to work hard. That's just what I do, and I've done that for a long time. So, in all seriousness, I miss seeing all of you and getting together as a company to celebrate all of you and your hard work. I look forward to when we can do that again, and we will make up for lost time. But for now, we have lots to update you on, so I'll turn it back over to Catherine to get us started. Thank you.
I'd also like to introduce our new colleagues who are joining us for their first quarterly meeting. Let's start with our seasonal support. We can't make it through peak season without you. I would like to welcome Shane Warner, On-Site Coordinator at L Brands, Hanato De Souza, On-Site Coordinator at PSCB, Yamilet Sanchez, Experience Coordinator, Reynoldsburg, and Cassandra Klein, Experience Coordinator in Gahanna. We also have 2 new hires in Strasburg to support our client clean test. We would like to welcome Jody Babcock, On-Site Account Manager, and we would like to welcome back Yesenia Cervantes. And Taylor King has joined us as a recruiter in the Reynoldsburg office. We also have a great group of students who recently started from Cristo Rey, who will be a tremendous help. They've already made an impact in the few short weeks they have been here. If you haven't had the pleasure of meeting them, please make it a point to.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm a sophomore at Cristo Rey. I enjoy music and different kinds of art, and I also really enjoy being able to talk to people and learn more about them.
Hi, my name is Brenda. I am a sophomore at Cristo Rey, and this is my first year working at Dawson. Something I'm looking forward to is knowing more things about my coworkers, meeting new people, and learning to use technology better. And something I enjoy is spending time with my family and traveling.
Hello, my name is Melissa. You've probably seen me around. I'm a junior this year, so you're most likely going to see me Wednesdays and some Fridays. Some little facts about me. I am about to turn 17 next week, actually, so I'm excited about that. I am just a little shy, but I do love having conversations. I just get shy, so it's better if other people start the conversation. So if you just want to stop by my desk and say hi, that would be really nice. And I am just excited to be here. And I hope I can work with all of you soon.
Good morning, my name is Ayana, and I am a senior at Cristo Rey Columbus High School. Some of the things that I enjoy doing on my free time include doing my makeup as a way to relieve any stress that I have from either school or anything that's particularly on my mind. I am a big fan of skincare, making sure that my skin is clean and hydrated. I really love sleeping. And lastly, I like eating food. Nothing particular, just anything. And that's really it. Thank you, guys.
Even though we have been talking about Reynoldsburg for over a year now, we are finally able to show off our new building that's open and it has already welcomed hundreds of job seekers. Let's take a virtual tour with our warehouse and distribution leaders, Travis and Lindy.
Hey, welcome to our training center. Come on in.
The building is unique to the warehouse and distribution division because it is the first ever to be in a freestanding lot with a location strategically selected central to our partnered clients. The building was designed so the growth possibilities could be endless for the division, team, and company. We have the ability to host resume workshops, enhance our workforce development programs, and better our service for our clients on all levels with a 50-person orientation and training room.
We decided early on that we wanted to create something that we could be proud of and proud to host clients and hold events, much like our corporate office. And I feel as though we accomplished that and we have something to be proud of, and everybody's really excited to have an opportunity to work in this facility. The training center was created because we recognized a gap in qualified equipment operators in the Columbus market. It's something that we've always noticed, and it's something that we're trying to capitalize on now. So we actually were training associates when I started 8 years ago in one of our facilities, and fast forward now, we actually have our own facility to provide the training in. So the number of qualified stand-up forklift operators in Columbus is not where we need it to be. So with this, we can take interested job seekers who want to learn a new skill set and train them on the power equipment. So the goal is to partner with our partnership accounts and really tailor the training program to what the customer needs.
The added benefit that we have at the Reynoldsburg location is basically a simulated warehouse. The locations that we have set up are from lower level, mid-level, and even top level locations, which will simulate a warehouse situation. The Reynoldsburg location definitely has enough room to accommodate all the needs for the training aspect of that. Given that I have about 25 years or so of warehousing and distribution experience and a little over 20 years of actual warehouse management and OSHA compliance management, it's actually kind of given me a benefit to not only teach people how to use the equipment, but I've also been through the Train the Trainer course, which Crown provides. I've actually been through that 3 times over a 20-year period. So I have the ability to not only teach the classroom setting, training setting, and final certifications.
Growth is our goal, and we are going to continue that right here in Reynoldsburg. Thanks for stopping in.
Now it's time to hear from our leadership team on some important business updates. First up, Allie and Jeff are going to share Q3 sales highlights.
Hi, good morning. I'm going to start here by going up.
Buckeyes are starting this Friday! Buckeyes! What? I thought you said we were filming because the Buckeyes are starting. We were
So
kicking off. What?
No, we're going through sales.
Wait, we're talking about Dawson? That's my favorite team!
I'm going to start by going over staffing results through Q3, and then Jeff will add a few things and talk about MSP. Staffing as a whole is down 27% year over year, but only 7% down August 2020 versus August of 2019. Warehouse and distribution continue to have the most action going on. Our branches in Central Ohio more than doubled their headcount since September 1st, holding near 800 right now with super rapid growth. Our Strasburg branch continues to stay busy with 200 people working, battling constant turnover daily. In total, warehouse and distribution already have 1,000 people working, and to think our entire company only had 600 working associates just 5 months ago. Again, people are our biggest problem. L Brands has given us endless opportunities if we can find the people to fill the orders. The group has started over 1,100 people in just 1 quarter. Shout out to Mark and his team for all the orientations, check-ins, the system starts and stops that they have to deal with. Travis and Lindy for juggling so many things, including all the logistics with the branches, dealing with angry clients, and honestly, just crazy people. My favorite story so far is our associate who we had to end on the first day for stealing, and was also wearing the stolen product while talking to CPD. Gotta love people. And of course, the recruiters for finding ways to continue to bring people in, whether it's a Saturday job fair or just smiling and dialing. PSEB has also had a huge jump in headcount, and we hope to see more of this come Q4. Melanie so graciously stepped in when asked and has handled the accounts with the calm demeanor she is known for. Thanks, Melanie. And of course, with all these placements, starts, and stops on the front end, someone has to deal with them on the back end. Sarah, Lexi, and John in payroll have done an amazing job handling our peak thus far. With over 100 people starting a week, it has been a lot. Also being short-staffed but willing to take on, the extra load does not go unnoticed. It definitely has to be noted that creative is the only division across our company that has remained relatively flat. Whitespace is still holding strong, and although we haven't had too many starts or activity there, they have definitely kept us busy. Whitespace has proven to be that partnership that we are always looking for. They have turned to us as the true employment experts, asking us for help with policies from work from home, or return to work, or COVID testing, or PTO, among so many other things. Steve, Steph, and the team spend so much time each week working with them on basic HR functions. Finance and accounting has been pretty up and down, but did end the quarter with their best month in September. We have had some activity with Honda, Cardinal, BMW, our usual steady clients. A special shout out to the A&F team who jumped in to help with a warehouse and distribution order for Honda in Marysville. Even though we knew this would be a challenge, we knew how to try given our current state of the business. Although now we realize this was not the best opportunity, Rachel, Alex, and Emily gave it their best shot, screening over 400 job seekers, unfortunately only resulting in 3 placements. Thanks for being team players. And lastly, although our office team is not exactly where we want to be, they did, again, like our others, finish September with their best month yet. BMW and State Auto continue to keep us busy with over 50 people at each client, 50 associates. I want to give Alex a shout out. She just celebrated her 1-year anniversary and continues to be a top performer in the group. We have more opportunities now than we have seen in over a year, with over 100 orders on the board and exciting things in the pipeline. I am confident they will finish Q4 strong. And I want to mention my favorite email from Phil this year, recently got with the subject, I'm back. He sent me all his September activity and placements. Phil had his best month of the year, billing over $30K in just direct hire fees. So let's pivot our focus from where we are year over year. We can't compare this year to anything else. Let's focus on where we are now. We have the opportunities this Q4 to outperform Q4 of 2019.
Thanks, Allie. As you said, very excited about Q4, the opportunities that we do have in front of us. We've been communicating that for some time now. Very excited about the production to date in September and through the beginning of October. And it's exciting what the staffing group has ahead of us. A couple of highlights, dork highlights, like office group, I know Allie said was a little down this year, but looking at order opportunities and requests, September's was twice as much as we saw in June, July, and August. And, October to date has been twice as much as what September has been. We're seeing the same in professional, and they're really working together, which I'm excited to see, and truly understanding their business and defining, who they are. And in what direction we need to be, and working and pushing the business development team to have a presence in the corporate community, from the professional sector, as long as the mid-market sector. We've had great success there, and I expect that group to come back as well. MSP is, kind of second verse, same as the first. Staffing and finding the right talent for their needs has been difficult, but they are working together and, pushing their vendors, which is critical, to make sure that we have the right partners. And I really believe that our MSP team does, and we have the right workforce internally to accomplish the objective at hand, which is to give our health systems the frontline workers and the service, operation people that are needed to serve our communities. And, that's their viewpoint, and that's why this MSP team's special, because they got a greater perspective of what they're trying to do. So, in the MSP group specifically, compliance has been staying steady, a lot of opportunities there. Our locum business is on its way back. As well as Mount Carmel has raised rates, and we've seen an increase there, and we've really seen an increase all over the place. IT at Ohio Health has been a group that is really leading the charge, and has been a great pickup for us, as we've communicated many times in 2020. So a lot of groups. The Premier Group has more demands than possibly any group in this company, and they're achieving those objectives, and that's exciting. But we have a long way to go. As we said, Q4 is very critical for Dawson, and we're excited for the opportunity. And thank you very much to everyone, and look forward to the Q1 update of telling everyone just how we kick butt into Q4. So thanks again. And I'll now kick it over to Felicia.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share a quick update on how marketing is supporting Peak. Our focus is simple. It's to drive as much traffic as possible to fill positions. And we are accomplishing this with the help of our digital advertising. So I wanted to share a few results. We are utilizing search engine marketing, targeting people in the Columbus DMA who are searching for jobs. The top keywords that are overwhelmingly attracting the most traffic are warehouse jobs and L-Brands jobs. We are also retargeting or following people who have visited our site but haven't actually filled out an application. Much like retailers follow you until you purchase the sweater you looked at, that's what we are doing to re-engage interested visitors. And our paid social media advertising on Facebook and Instagram is by far outperforming other tactics. We are targeting people on social media platforms who have searched for warehouse jobs, and we've received more than 6,000 clicks to our site. Overall website traffic has been impacted by an increase of 78% over the period prior to the campaign start. I also wanted to remind everyone about all the surveys that we have sent out, that we continue to send out to gain valuable feedback on what we're doing right and where there are opportunities to improve. When we interview a job seeker, now either in person or virtually, we send them a text message asking them to fill out a survey and rate their experience. It's called our First Impression Experience Survey. Obviously, we all know the positive impact delivering excellent experiences has. So I'm happy to report that the Excellent Experience bonus is back. Recruiters and experience coordinators that receive at least a 90% excellent experience rating are eligible to receive a quarterly bonus. So we really look forward to celebrating lots of bonus recipients at our next meeting. Another survey we send is to our working associates a week after they start. I wanted to share a few highlights from our Q3 results. Both recruiter ratings and Dawson overall are receiving a score in the 80s for an excellent rating. So maybe a good Q4 goal that you can track in Lattice would be to focus on experience and work towards a 90% excellent rating. Also, a great takeaway from the survey is to stay in touch with our working associates. 96% said they will return to Dawson for future career opportunities. And I have just one more survey I want to share with you. This one we asked our clients to participate in regarding the state of workforce. The goal really was to offer a survey as a way to engage with our clients, positioning Dawson as the employment experts that we are, and offering to share our results with survey participants. Here are a few highlights. We asked how COVID-19 has impacted their company's employment needs. And in summary, half have seen a negative impact, 40% experienced no effect, and not surprisingly, but only 8% saw a positive impact. We also asked how their current workforce will change over the next 6 months. 27% reported that they will hire more, and of that 27%, 70% will hire full-time, 7% part-time, and 23% plan on hiring contingent labor. 78% of respondents reported that they are experiencing hiring challenges, and top of the list at 47% is finding qualified talent. Obviously something we can help with, followed by budget constraints and onboarding. And when asked about remote working, 46% of respondents reported that the majority of their company is working remote. The greatest challenges reported from working remote are employee morale, communication, productivity, technology, and hiring. Okay, next up is Becky to share some industry stats along with other operations updates.
Thanks for that overview, Felicia. I want to take a look at a few key findings from what our peers in the staffing and recruiting industry have reported during 2020. The insights that I will share today come primarily from the Global Recruitment Insights and Data site powered by Bullhorn, otherwise known as their grid. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is how 2020 will look different than the previous year. Sometimes it feels like that answer is changing daily. However, similar to what Felicia shared about our clients who still plan to hire, our industry peers reported that 77% expected to see a rise in temporary placements over 2019. This is pretty significant. Technology investments are also top of mind for more than half of our industry peers. The ability to work remotely via virtual platforms and maximizing technology is more important now than it's ever been before. We will touch again on this later. It is not a surprise that the leading priority for our industry peers is candidate acquisition. As Felicia reported, 47% of our clients stated candidate acquisition as their most significant challenge. I see this as a point of complete alignment. Their biggest challenge is what our biggest focus is right now. Client relationships come in second as a priority, which is really not a surprise. However, my biggest takeaway and what I see as a huge competitive opportunity for Dawson is expanding our breadth of services, which is one of the lowest ranking priorities amongst our industry peers. At a time when things are changing rapidly, if we cannot pivot quickly and tweak our service offerings to cater to our client needs, we will get passed by our competitors who are doing that very thing. I'm actually really proud of the creative and innovative approaches we have taken over the last several months to speak to this very thing. And I think we should continue these efforts, asking our clients in-depth questions about their needs during this unpredictable time in business. I'm an optimist, I know, but I believe the relationships we've built during the better times have actually granted us the right to treat this moment as a blank canvas. We now have the opportunity to help our clients reinvent the way we work together. Speaking of being able to pivot, the commitment to digital transformation and the use of innovative technology is being fully embraced by our industry peers. Well over 80% of staffing professionals believe that a commitment to technology will both help their business grow and is absolutely necessary to remain competitive. And finally, just a quick snapshot of who is hiring as reported by CareerBuilder as of September 27th jobs report. As we are already in what is hopefully our busiest quarter of this year, it is promising to see that our divisions align with who is doing the most hiring right now. Bullhorn and CareerBuilder both are very useful sources of industry information. LinkedIn and Staffing Industry Analyst are other platforms that provide a wealth of info that we are happy to provide to you if it would be beneficial in your discussions with clients. And at a time like now, it is important to keep our ear to the ground on what's happening in our industry so that we can continue to remain true to ourselves as the employment experts. And speaking of platforms I love, I'd like to point us back internally and show you a few new features in Lattice that you may not have yet seen for yourself. I'm really excited to be able to show everybody the Lattice on the Go app. This is something you don't already have. Go ahead and make sure you head to the App Store and download Lattice. And of course, I have it in my Dawson folder right here. All right, so when you open up Lattice, you are going to see a homepage and usually a greeting on whatever time of the day it is, the very top. Some of your peers and colleagues in your team and on your department will be listed here. And these are actually interactive, so you can scroll through and kind of check out what's going on with people. Like, for example, here if you take a look at Steve, you can see his information and his contact info, active goals, things he's working on, and also some feedback that he has received and who it came from. Scrolling further down, you're going to see if you have any open tasks that are waiting for your attention, and also your upcoming weekly update. So this is great, again, because you can do this on mobile if you don't have your PC nearby. You can also actually start writing your weekly update whenever you want. If you have, a couple of things top of mind during the week that you want to make sure that you get into your update, you can actually add that here and add a save draft until you're ready to publish it for the week. So that's a really great feature as well. Finally, your goals will be in here as well. And then again, any feedback you've received from your peers in the form of a Good to the Core card added to Lattice will be right here for you to take a look at. So really that's the most important thing and why I wanted to show this mobile option for you today. Other than obviously how easy it is to use on your phone, is giving feedback to your peers. It's very simple. You can just pop right in here and start a feedback card or a Good to the Core card here in Lattice. So you would just search any of your colleagues that you wanted to say something nice about. So I'm going to search Katrina here. And you're just going to put that feedback in, obviously tell a great story about what happened and why you're giving this feedback. And then you would choose, which values that this person embodied, as well as you want to keep this public feedback so that everybody can see it and it would show up actually on the Lattice feedback page. The other great thing about this is if you are going to put your Good to the Core cards into Lattice, you will actually then be notifying the manager of that person and they will see that there. And then last but not least, I want to show you the company directory here in Lattice on the Go. If you're out and about and you're trying to get a hold of somebody and you don't necessarily have them in your contacts, you could look them up and find their contact information here. But also, I know all of us are not necessarily working in the same offices these days, and maybe you haven't gotten a chance to meet everybody, so this is actually a great place for you to just kind of learn the names and faces of your colleagues that maybe you've only met so far via email. And then finally, one final thing that's kind of fun, it's called Office Party. And that's something where you can get to know your contacts here at Dawson by basically guessing on their picture and letting you know if you got it right or not. So this is another fun way to learn about your colleagues. Obviously I got that one wrong. And there we go, that's Lindsay. And then if you have any questions about Lattice on the Go, let me know. Again, the important thing about today really is helping you understand that you have the option to give feedback to your peers. You can make that public and make sure everybody knows that they are good to the core.
Okay, so now that I've shown you mobile Lattice or Lattice on the Go and all of those fun features, I want to bring us back to a platform that most of you should already be pretty familiar with, and that is, our normal PC platform of Lattice. So you should be pretty familiar already with the login page here. You'll have your greeting depending on what time of the day it is, and then your profile is going to feature your SMART goals as well as your updates and ones you've written as well as ones that are upcoming, and your reviews that you might be a part of, as well as feedback and good to the core recognition from your colleagues. So that's what that should look like. And I wanted to really spend more time today though looking at the company page. And if you haven't visited this before, I would definitely encourage you to do that because there is a lot of good information on here. Every single one of these tabs has something on it that you can learn more about. But today I'm going to focus more on this home tab because of its new features, as well as the feedback tab. So our home tab is simply going to show you some celebrations that we have going on, anniversaries, as well as anybody that was newly hired and added to Lattice. We have a lot of October and November anniversaries, so it's very exciting. This also shows our core values and talks about those in a little bit more depth. And then on our feedback page, this is basically our public praise wall for those good to the core cards that are going into Lattice. And similar to what I've talked about on the mobile side of things, I really like the visibility of this, as well as some features that we've not been able to utilize before in terms of tagging multiple core values to the feedback and recognition from peer to peer. And then it also has the nice feature of being able to recognize more than one person at a time. So that's on here as well. You know, if somebody did something great, or if a group of people, you have the option of doing that when you are submitting that feedback. Just like mobile, it's very simple. You just start a feedback page here, and I am working with Lattice to hopefully get this changed and branded a little bit closer to what Dawson calls this, but this really should be a public feedback call out, just like we've done in the past with our Good to the Core cards. And it's really easy. You're just going to search the name of the colleague that you wish to recognize. You click on that colleague's name, and you will go ahead, add your feedback. And when you do that, then you're going to say, hey, you know, which core value did they really embody at the time that you're recognizing them for whatever the feedback was. So you can pick one, you can pick two, you can pick up to all four if you would like to. And then you would just share this feedback publicly. What happens then is it is added to this feedback page, and the manager of that person is notified. So that's great. And then finally, whenever you do get public feedback or good to the core feedback here in Lattice, like Olivia here, I'll click on hers, that's always going to then be a part of your profile, which is great because then you can take a look and just see what your peers are recognizing you for. But then also this can be a part of your conversations with your manager during your update sessions. So just wanted to show these things. These are kind of newer to Lattice if you haven't seen them before. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know.
And now that you know how to enter these into Lattice, let's hear from a few of your peers and good to the core cards they've written for their colleagues.
Sean and Steve, thank you for dealing with all of the COVID hot topics for Whitespace. I know this is uncharted territory as we are all working to navigate each situation case by case, learning along the way how to handle. I appreciate you two really taking the lead in handling all of this so the rest of the team can focus on recruiting, as I know it is no easy task. The willingness to take the time to have these conversations and work through a solution and solve doesn't go unnoticed. So I thank you two for that. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
I wanted to give a shout out to Jen and Catherine for helping me add endless new job titles to Bullhorn over the last few weeks. Their quick assistance has helped to streamline our orders by matching PSCB job titles to those in our system, which has helped everyone work more efficiently. I always know I can count on both of you.
Olivia, thanks for being an amazing experience coordinator. Your ability to multitask, can-do attitude, and cool, collected demeanor do not go unnoticed. You are responsive, adaptable, professional, and an overall team player. You never complain, always jump in to help, and have a smile the whole time. Thanks for your constant feedback and hard work to make Dawson more efficient and a great place to work. I appreciate you.
My good to the core is for Sally Patton, compliance coordinator for the Ohio Health account. Sally works daily, weekly, weekends, past hours, every single week to make things happen for the Ohio Health account. She's a perfect partner to the agencies and an absolute expert in the field. And more importantly than all of that, she does all of this while teaching and raising 4 kids. So kudos to you, Sally. You are good to the core. Appreciate you so much.
Next, I'm excited to share my favorite part of all meetings, our personal celebrations. Congrats to Sarah Edge. She welcomed Lily Isabel Edge on July 22nd, and this was breaking news at our last meeting, so we didn't have any cute baby pictures to share, but we do now, so here is sweet Miss Lily. Also, we have some great milestone anniversaries to celebrate. Our 5-year anniversaries include Aaron George, who celebrated on August 3rd. Congratulations, Angie Brochard.
And congratulations to Adam Alderman, who celebrated his 5-year anniversary with us here at Dawson.
Pamela Jones, who celebrated her 5-year anniversary on August 19th. And Lindsay Hughes, 5 years here at Dawson. And last but not least, Bob Hood, who celebrated his 5th-year anniversary on August 31st. We also have some very impressive 10 and 15-year anniversaries to celebrate. Let's take a look at those now.
Jamie Masters is celebrating her 10-year anniversary. She has been the manager of the Ohio Health Internal Flow Pool for safety aides, patient companions, and hand hygiene observers going on 11 years. She has an amazing capacity to handle over 117 associates, and the pool continues to grow. This includes not only being the recruiter, but also the hiring manager. She hires, handles workforce issues, takes care of separation, scheduling, timekeeping, works closely with Ohio Health leadership, and is on call 24/7. It's not until you walk in Jamie's heels that you have a full understanding of her job. And to say she is remarkable is an understatement. She does all this while juggling a busy family life. Thank you, Jamie, for making this job so much more enjoyable with your humor and outlook on life. Dawson is truly lucky to have you.
I have watched Catherine embrace and grow in her role over the last several years. There is no better person in our company to serve as the welcoming committee to our new hires and the go-to person for all things, and all things Bullhorn too, because she has the patience of a saint. and has been such an important part of the success of many of the Cristo Rey students we've had over the years. Her stamina for training our colleagues is simply unmatched. I sometimes just get exhausted watching her. Catherine always has it together. She is one of the most prepared people I know. If you don't have the pleasure of working near her, you may not know that she often has an alternative shoe choice for the day, and on occasion, even an optional outfit change too. There is this one particular dress that we both have, and she, on the day that she would wear it to work, she would always pack something extra just in case we all showed up wearing the same thing. Outside of work, Catherine is an incredibly devoted mother and wife and pours so much love into her family. And it would only be appropriate that somebody who loves pink and heels as much as she does would have two girls to give all of this love to. Catherine, they are lucky to have you as a mama and as a mentor and as a woman who will lead them in the world. And Dawson is so grateful that you are a part of our family too. No one loves Dawson more than you do, and it shows in your everyday interactions with everyone around you. In a conversation last week, Catherine told me, I am responsible for 90 people. She was talking about all of us, and she truly means that. She actually lives that statement every day. I couldn't be happier that you've dedicated the last 10 years to this company. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do.
Congrats, Sarah, on your 10-year anniversary here at Dawson. I remember when you started at Olentangy helping us with paperwork, phones, the front desk. I think you quickly noticed we needed support with our one-man payroll group and offered to help where you could. We moved over to the third floor of our building here in Grandview and decided to go through a lovely software change. I still think you guys cursed Becky and I 6 years later for that. I'll never forget that date, May 5th, 2014. Don't worry, I still have nightmares about this too. Then, of course, we needed to make some very big changes in the group in the midst of our software chaos, but you were always there to step up and take over when needed. I love watching your growth over the last few years, never afraid to take on new challenges and more responsibility, as evidenced now as you lead the payroll department. Your loyalty and commitment to the team in Dawson does not go unnoticed. We are so lucky to have you and your countless contributions over the last decade. I look forward to working with you for the next 10 years.
Katrina Roby, 15 years. Are you kidding me? So many memories. So appreciative of everything you've done for Dawson and for me personally. I always joke that, this place here at Dublin Road is the house that Katrina built. I always reference that, the Hurricane Katrina, but really, Katrina has been such a huge part of what we are and who we are and what we as well as what we're going to become. So I'm very appreciative, Katrina, of everything that you've done. When I'm sitting back kind of preparing for this, I was talking with a lot of people and everyone's bringing up these funny stories and that, and I always joked to Katrina that she needs to write a book, but one thing that came to mind is that really nothing has ever been given to Katrina. That's not any secret that I might have been accused of that sometimes, that Katrina gets what she wants, and that's just not the case. She has earned everything she's got, and I'm proud of her, and I hope that, and I know that all of her peers are too, and again, Katrina, thank you so much for 15 great years. I appreciate it. Thank you.
15 years. Congratulations, Bridget Kellish, on 15 years with Dawson. These have been some significant years. Thank you, Bridget, for your truly amazing work. We are all better at our jobs because of your high standards for us. Bob has called you a wizard. Robin has called you clairvoyant. I call you super sharp and brilliant. How you turn over reports and analytics never created before and never requested before within hours of the request is beyond belief. Thank you for seeing way beyond your core job to influence our full MSP program. Your aptitude, comprehensive view, and understanding of client and agency relationships, staffing, and compliance enhances our whole team. Bridget, you're able to meet every possible need we have: leadership, management, cross-division teamwork, technology, client services, staff development, issue resolution, and precise and accurate accounts payables and receivables. Thank you for your financial acumen and leadership, for helping us with understanding our bottom line, for budget development and adherence, keeping our status visible, and helping us meet these financial goals. Kudos on developing a unified, cross-trained, and super strong finance team. And perhaps, Bridget, most importantly to me, thank you for our special partnership based in shared vision and action. Yay, Bridget, here's to 15 more.
And finally, hot off the presses for the 9th year in a row, Dawson was named Best Temporary Agency by Columbus CEO magazine readers. We will be featured in the November issue. Check it out.
Next, we would like to share some updates on the Holidays and Community Champions Committee, but we would like to lead with Dawson's diversity and inclusion initiatives. Here's Sean to share some details.
We are committed to making Dawson a more diverse and inclusive workplace for our colleagues, clients, and job seekers. While this commitment is ongoing, we are actively working on initiatives that will improve the overall organizational culture. One of these initiatives is amending the holidays we observe. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is the only national holiday designated as a national day of service to encourage all Americans to improve their communities through volunteering. It is a time to remember the injustice fought by Dr. King and an opportunity to remember his fight for freedom, equality, and dignity of all races and people. No matter your background, you are a part of this great dream Dr. King nurtured for America. Therefore, it is important for us not only to observe this holiday, but to use it as a day of service. We encourage all of you to spend the holiday in remembrance of his passionate commitment to unite us.
Thanks, Sean. Very exciting news and long overdue. I'm excited to see how our Dawson community comes together to help the communities that you serve on this very important day. In the sendout, you'll see a reference to diversity and inclusion and, obviously stating that we have a long way to go. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to work together with all of you and to see what direction we go as we serve. And, again, like the sendout says, we do have a unique, opportunity with all the partners that we serve and the communities that we touch. And I want to make sure that all of us uphold the standards that we all have together as a community to rise up and bring diversity and inclusion more to the forefront of what, we need to do as society. And I'm excited about where we're headed. Again, a long way to go, but I'm excited with where we're at and start with the announcement of the Martin Luther King Day. So, with that, I'll turn it over to Felicia.
All right, I have a few updates surrounding the holidays. Next year is our 75th anniversary, so we want the Doskers to be extra special, and there's no way we're throwing a virtual celebration. So we are postponing to late Q2. We'll announce more details on our 75th anniversary and the Doskers, including a date and theme at the Dawson annual meeting, scheduled for Friday, January 29th. So please go ahead and mark your calendars. Many of our other fun holiday events, including the potluck and breakfast with Santa, are unfortunately canceled, but we do still want to participate and show our support to Nationwide Children's Hospital with their toy drive. More details to come, but similar to previous years, we will have an internal toy drive that we will ask everyone to participate in, as well as inviting our clients. And a quick reminder for our holiday hours. For Thanksgiving, Dawson will close at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, November 25th, and reopen on Monday, November 30th. And we will close at noon on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Obviously closed for business on Christmas and New Year's. Lots of this information is included in the latest edition of the Sendout that's available today on Dare to Be Dawson, and also dropping in the mail so you can share all things Dawson with your family. We've learned that even the youngest of family members enjoy the sundown. Next up is Katie. She's going to share a few Community Champions updates. Thanks, everyone.
Despite the challenges we've faced as a result of the pandemic, our Dawson colleagues have still found ways to give back to those in need. Whether it was participating in socially distant dinner services or blood drives, we found creative ways to serve our community. Our community champions, Angie Brochard and Alex McCluskey, have a special story they would like to share.
So this year, I think a lot of people know that Zoe was diagnosed with a pituitary mass, and we've been undergoing a lot of different testing this year. And this past Friday, we got really good news that we don't have to do chemo anytime in the near future, which is really exciting. But during each hospital stay, something that we've always looked forward to is a new blanket. It's really fun. It's just something comforting to have while we're in the room, and they always come in like fun little fabric designs. But this time we didn't have any. I asked the nurse about it, and she said that they were actually really low on supplies, so they have been unable to hand out new blankets to all of the inpatients currently at Nationwide Children's.
So the great thing is making the VTO blankets, the fleece blankets. You can do it at home. It's something you can do within the COVID environment without having to go face to face with the public. You get 2 VTO hours for every blanket that you make. We drop them off to Ronald McDonald House, and they distribute them at the Ronald McDonald House and at Children's Hospital. I'm going to make a delivery on November 20th. So for every blanket that we can get turned in before then, you'll get 2 VTO hours. For every 20 hours that you earn, you can take the day off before a holiday. So it's a great way to earn some extra time off before the holidays while also giving back.
It's great to see how participating in blanket making can really make an impact and help brighten someone's day. Now let's take a moment to acknowledge the following Dawson colleagues who currently make up the Community Champions Leaderboard: Lindsay Taylor, Sarah Himes, Katie Matheny, Bernadette Henry, Alex McCluskey, Kim Long, Emma Mason, Angie Brochard, Mary Noel Moore, Clara Boggs, and Adam Alderman. Don't forget to mark your calendars for our next blood drive on Wednesday, December 16th. For more information on holiday volunteer opportunities or to check your VTO hours, be sure to check out the Dawson Colleague Dashboard. Next, we have David DeCapua to deliver our closing remarks.
2020 has been a year like no other, presenting challenges both personally and professionally. Looking back, in January, we were celebrating the Roaring 20s at the Doskers, excited to get 2020 underway. 6 weeks later, our world would be turned on its head, courtesy of COVID-19. In the blink of an eye, our futures became unclear. Specifically, for Dawson, we had to look at projections and the reality that our working associates and revenues could drop to zero. We simply didn't know. We had to prepare for the worst case scenario. At our most challenging time, business was in a free fall with no bottom in sight. We were shaken and scared, but we never gave up. Everyone dug in and did what was necessary. This year, more than ever, you continue to exemplify our core values again and again. Your passionate commitment to keep grinding and your resilience to keep weathering this relentless storm does not go unnoticed. Thanks to all of you, we are going to survive and thrive. Today, our headcount is up over 100% from our lowest point, and orders continue to come in. However, we are not through this. We must continue holding each other accountable to end 2020 stronger than ever. I've never had more respect for all of you. I am grateful for all that you have done and the sacrifices you have made to get Dawson through this unparalleled time in history. Looking forward, next year is our 75th anniversary, and I'm confident we will have a lot to celebrate. Thank you all for your tireless efforts and incredible teamwork.
All right.